stuck in traffic to the airport, so why not do a little bit of world building? I'm gonna apologize now for the background sound. Last time I was at the airport, I talked a little bit about my irrational fear of planes landing, right? Totally fine taking off, really have a problem when the plane lands. Now, I didn't tell you why. When I was a kid, I saw a news story, and I can't remember exactly which plane or when this happened. But I live in the Bay Area, and this was a Bay Area airport where a plane was attempting to land, and they have to fly over the bay, over the ocean, and then the runway is like right there. The plane's equipment was off somehow. The pilots thought that they were landing appropriately, but their equipment was reading by like, I don't know, a few feet off or a feet off, whatever. And so the nose of the plane was slightly lower than it should have been. So when they landed, the landing gear kind of got struck by the front edge of the runway against the ocean and was knocked out from under it, and then the plane landed and then skidded sideways and then tumbled and then exploded. Now, like I said, I don't remember how old I was. I don't remember the details of this news report. And the thing is as a child, I know that my brain has probably fantasticalized this memory into maybe something more than it was. However, it traumatized me. And to this day, every time that I am in a plane and it is landing, I imagine that scenario. So I don't know if that's like a form of PTSD or what have you, but it's real. Going back to irrational fears, if you're writing characters or writing NPCs or writing a plot, consider the fact that what could be the traumatizing event may not be at all what you think it is. It could be something smaller. It could be something bigger. And my brain has boiled it down to this one little story. I spent a little time trying to track down the actual crash that causes my anxiety. The closest footage I could find was Asiana Flight 214, and this was in 2013. While the footage isn't exactly the way that I recall it, it's the only one that's close enough. 2013! I would have been 34. What's wild is I have very specific memories of seeing this news footage in my childhood home when I was a child. What's wild is that I most definitely had flights as a child, and if I think back on those specific flights, I remember being okay during the landing process. Yet somehow, my fear has overlaid those individual memories with an all-encompassing memory that all landings have been fearful for me. 2 people were found dead outside the aircraft, having been thrown out of the plane during the accident. Neither victim had been wearing their seatbelts. Do I keep my seatbelt on until the plane has come to a complete stop? Oh, hell yes! Seeing this footage now doesn't change the fact that I will continue to be afraid of plane landings. Even though this may not be the exact crash I'm thinking of, even though my brain tells me that technology and procedures have improved to prevent this from happening again, even though I tighten my seatbelt like I've lost 10 pounds each time. That's the thing about irrational fears. They can't be reasoned with or logicked away. They just are. So what's your irrational fear?